Hello, welcome back to my channel. I am Flutter by Nessa, and I would like to do a first impressions with the Huda Beauty's Emerald's Obsession palette. I got this at the VIB sale, I want to say, at the end of last year. Not one of the extra sales that Sephora was doing because they were like throwing them at us for a while, but the actual VIB sale. And I got this one. I limited myself and I didn't buy like three of them. I wanted to also get the blue one and the purple one, but I thought I would kind of rein it in and just grab one and see how I liked it, how it works, what I think of it, and then decide if I wanted to get another one, because I have the mauve obsessions, but I don't love every look that I come up with from that. I find that I get stuck in a rut and I keep doing the same look over again. And maybe that's what it is. It's not that I don't like it, I just feel like I don't get a lot of variety out of it. So I just need to watch some tutorials and figure that one out. But this color is the one that, if this is the pop of color in a palette, I have to really work hard not to fall into the trap of just buying it for that color. So because it's the entire palette, I was like, well, that's fine. They're all the color that I want. So I'm just going to go ahead and try a look and we'll see what I think. And you can come along for the ride. Here we go. I'm going to start off by priming my eyelids with just the MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. Let me get that on. I just put it all over. I do have the rest of my face done. I refreshed my makeup just before I started filming this evening. I'm getting several videos out of the way so that I can edit and have them up and be somewhat consistent. But I have my full face of makeup on otherwise. I didn't get any eyeshadow on today because it was that kind of a morning, but I do have eyeliner just really close to the base of the lashes and mascara on already. So if it looks like I have that on, I do. Good eye. So here we are going to go in. Let's see, I think I actually want to take this kind of minty green, the lightest green here, the lightest matte green, and just put that in my crease. I'm using a Morphe M510 and I don't know that it's actually picking much up. Let's see how we do. Okay, you can see it. I'm going to get a little bit shorter bristle, a little bit smaller, denser brush going on here. This is the Morphe M441. Okay, so you can see that that did take some building up. I went over it several times to build up the opacity. I like the color that it is now. When I put it on my eyelids, I generally will put my transition color on the bone here because it's a lot of space between my eyebrow and my crease. And so if I use some of that space as my transition, then I feel like I get a lot more bang for my buck. Also, I have hooded lids, so it allows me to bring the color up higher and not have it be hidden the entire time. So I'm going to move on to the darker color. This one here, I think, I want to put that a little bit lower in the crease. I'm going to use my BMX 430 crease brush. I think this is a BMX, I guess. I thought it was Moda. I think it is. Anyway, putting that darker color into a little bit lower in the crease. Okay, that one also is very buildable, but it does take some work to get the color in there. I think that I am not mad about that. I like that it's not all the pigment all at once and you can't control what you're doing. I'm not a makeup artist. I've said it before and I'm sure it's obvious when you watch. I'm not a makeup artist, and so for me it's nice to have a little bit more control, and I find that right now, so far, I am liking that this is buildable and that it's not wham bam right at the first like pat. Okay, I'm gonna take an even more dense brush. This one is the Morphe E17, and I'm going to take this brownish, more olivey shade and put that even lower in the crease. Ooh, that one was dusty. I don't know if you can see all of that. The other two I didn't feel like were as dusty. Okay, I'm not finding that it gives me quite the intensity that I want on that outer corner. I feel like there is a little bit of depth, but not as much as I'd like. I'm just gonna go back over it with that matte color here. I'm gonna try to go in with one of the shimmers and see if that makes me happy. I'm gonna try with a flat brush. I generally really like my e.l.f. eyeshadow brush, just a flat shader brush, doesn't have a specific name. I think I'm gonna start going in with, I'm gonna do this bright green all over the lid, and then I'm gonna do kind of the deeper green in a gradient out, going out. I'm not gonna wet it because I didn't bring a wetting medium, so we're just gonna see how it does on its own. I can feel some of the sparkles falling down on my face. I will have to wipe those away. Actually, it doesn't look like there's much hanging on. I can see a couple things right around here, so I'll wipe those away, but I can feel some of the sparkles falling. I'm just going to turn my brush over now. I did the first two colors on the one side. I'm going to turn it over and get this darker color. That darker shade does give a lot more intensity than the matte shade that was the darkest, kind of the olive, the dirty olive color there. And so I'm happier with that. I am going to take this mid-tone, the brush that I use for the mid-tone shade, and do that again. Actually, I'm not going to add any more product. I'm just going to smooth edges. I actually really like that. So now I'm going to do the bottom lash line. I'm going to start with my Alamar flat brush. And I think I will do the dirty olive color first, and then I'll go over it a little bit with the dark green. Normally I would start with the darkest color and then blend it out after that, but I have a feeling that I'm going to need to be more precise with this color. So I'm going to start with the dirty olive. That one is dusty. And I'm actually going to go in with this more olivey green on the bottom too, just to try out another color. That one's really creamy. I almost couldn't pick anything up. There, we'll try that. It is really pretty. It adds a little something. Can you see the difference there where I put it on, and then that one is just the dirty olive, the matte color? I'm going to even it out now. Okay, that looks intense. Let's see what... I'm going to also go along the lash line on top. Actually, do you know what? I'll just add liner in a second and we'll do that. For now, I'm going to add my e.l.f. 202 clear handle brush. It's just a pencil brush. And I'd like to put some of this kind of gold color in the inner duct. Not the duct, just the inner corner. That's really pretty. You see how much that shines? Okay, now for the sake of trying out, will it be all the colors? Yes. For the sake of trying out all the colors, I have now done this as my transition color, put this a little bit lower in the crease, and then I put this one even lower in the crease, and then on the outer corners, I went across the lid, going from inner to outer with this shimmer, that shimmer to this shimmer. I put this one on the lower lash line and then this over the top of it. This is on my inner corners, and now we're going to put this just kind of in the middle of my eyelids. And I'm going to use my finger because I have a feeling it looks really chunky. It actually was flaking off when I was using that first large blending brush at the very beginning. It was sweeping it all over. So I'm just going to use my finger and just dab it right in the middle. Okay, I'm just taking a clean brush and cleaning up my edges a little bit. Now I'm going to go put liner on and a little bit more mascara, and I will be right back for the finished look. So there you have the finished look. I think you can see that there are some sparkles that fell down on my face. And I would probably try to combat that with some glitter glue. I didn't use that tonight, but that's something that I would often do, especially with hooded eyes. It's going to transfer anyway, but using the finger did seem to work, although there was still fallout from that gorgeous but rather chunky light green, kind of yellowy green shade up here. And I'm actually really pleased with it. There is fallout with the glitter. It's not that it stays put really easily. Tapping off the brush helps, but they're all really buildable. And as much as I heard people here and there dissatisfied with this minty color because it doesn't show up right away, but I think that it builds up to a really beautiful color if you just keep going. So if you're willing to work with the colors, I feel like you would really like this palette. And if you like these colors, then I say you should go for it and get it. I believe these palettes are $29 thereabouts, and I think it's really worth it. If you have one of these color schemes that you really like, I would say it's worth it to just try it. I'm really happy with this one. I will definitely continue to use it. I've been kind of holding off trying it so that I could do this first impressions here, and I'm really excited to be able to just jump in and start using it whenever I want to now. So there you have it. Those are my thoughts, my first impressions on the Huda Beauty Emerald Obsessions palette. I really like it. I'm excited to have it. If you have any other palettes that you would be interested in seeing tested out, just let me know in the comments down below. I'm happy to do that. I have several palettes that I would like to review, that I would like to share with you, and if you have any that you are keen on, that would be really helpful so that I know what you would like to see. I hope you're having an excellent day, and I hope you'll come back and join me again. Hit the subscribe button if you'd like to do that, and hit the like button if you enjoyed this. Please do let me know what else you are interested in. I'm happy to share, and I'll see you next time. Bye.